The following are the latest key developments in the war between Iran and Israel, which began on June 13, 2025, and is still ongoing. 1. Israel's offensive. Operation Rising Lion. On June 13, 2025, Israel launched air and drone strikes targeting nuclear facilities, military bases, and high-level command centers in Iran. Hundreds of targets were hit, causing major damage to critical components of Iran's nuclear program. At least 406 people were killed and 654 injured on the Iranian side. Reports indicate scientists and generals were among the casualties. Iran responded with over 150 ballistic missiles and more than 100 drones targeting Israel. Some bypassed Israeli air defenses and reached cities like Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. According to Israeli authorities, at least 13 people were killed and hundreds injured. Transportation infrastructure and air travel were disrupted, leading to a complete airspace shutdown. In Iran, industrial sites, defense buildings, nuclear facilities, and oil infrastructure suffered significant damage. In Israel, civilian infrastructure was also hit, with casualties and evacuations reported in cities like Bat Yam and Haifa. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu declared the operations would continue and aimed to weaken the Iranian regime, stating, "More is coming." Former US President Trump said the US would not intervene directly but is willing to mediate. Saudi Arabia, G7 nations, and the UN are pushing for diplomatic de-escalation. Israel is seeking strategic support from the US regarding nuclear infrastructure. While the US currently refuses to intervene, Israel remains insistent. June 13, 2025. Israel launched a massive offensive against Iran. Iran responded between June 13-15 with missiles and drones. The cycle of reciprocal attacks has continued since then. Analysts warn that this tension could escalate into a broader regional war, or even a global conflict resembling a World War III scenario. Iran-backed groups, Houthis, Iraqi militias, have threatened to target Israeli and even US interests. Operation Name Description. Israel's large-scale strike on Iranian nuclear and military targets, Iran's retaliatory attack involving 150 night missiles and hundreds of drones. Current situation. The conflict is ongoing, airspace remains closed, and civilian evacuations are underway. The US anticipates indirect effects, while Israel maintains its deterrent stance. Diplomatic efforts are intensifying globally, but the risk of regional escalation is high. Follow G7 and UN diplomatic initiatives. Pay attention to official statements after military operations. Monitor movements of Iran-linked militia groups in the region.